Hello and welcome back to another video here, and today in this video we're going to be talking about the Arsenal situation at the moment. If you don't know, on Sunday night Arsenal lost 4-0 to Liverpool, and it has caused a massive upstorm in the media. The Arsenal fans have all said, most of them are saying that they want Wenger to leave after 3 games of the season. And it came out Monday night. There's been speculation, but Oxlade-Chamberlain looks like he's now definitely on his way to Chelsea or to Liverpool. Apparently a £35 million bid has been accepted. So there's a lot of things going on at Arsenal, and that's what we're going to talk about today. But by the way, I'm not an Arsenal fan, just to clarify that, in case any of you are wondering. I'm not an Arsenal fan, so this is a neutral sort of point of view. And first of all, I think you can't sack Arsene Wenger this early on in the season. I think the reason for that is that the transfer window is still open, and Arsenal need to do some business in the transfer window. And also, who's going to sack Arsene Wenger? Let's be fair, Stan Kroenke and the board don't seem that fussed about how well Arsenal do as long as they're making money. Now, the problem is, Arsenal are a business, right? They're making money. They're reinvesting a bit of it, but they're still making a nice amount of profit, which is good for the club. Not good for the club, but it's good for the owners, because it means that they know that they've got a safe bet in the business and they're making money and it's worth it for them. However, it doesn't make the fans very happy, as I'm sure you're aware. And that is a problem that we're going to get to now. The fans want Wenger out, and you can see why. They were saying it, most of them were saying it all last year, and then they started, I think they lost all 3 games this season, they haven't they? So it's not great. You can sort of see why the club wouldn't sack him. And also, I think that it all depends on what happened in the transfer window. Arsene Wenger is not going anywhere. His job is completely safe, because no one wants to sack him. The Arsenal team board don't want to sack him. They're happy that he is there, because he more often than not gets him top 4. This year, in my prediction video, you can go back and watch it. I predict they wouldn't get top 4, and I honestly believe that it's not going to happen, because their defence is awful. If you looked at that game the other day, Liverpool were good, granted, but they weren't 4 goals good. They weren't beating Arsenal 4-0 if there was a solid defence there. I think you have to say that they need another centre back. Why wasn't Kolasinac playing? Because they brought him in for left back, and he was playing there he was in the Bundesliga team this season for a left back. So don't say he's not good enough. He's clearly good enough. And I think Gary Neville made a very good point yesterday or the other day, when he said all of those Arsenal players who were playing out there should be up for sale. Arguably, the Arsenal players that are playing out there, they haven't invested enough in the last few years. When you look at Man City, Man United, Man City, Man United, Liverpool, Chelsea, they've all spent a lot of money. And, you might say, oh, well, Leicester won the league without spending a lot of money. But that was an anomaly, let's be honest. I think from now on, you're going to see the Manchester clubs at Chelsea. Chelsea won it last year. Liverpool, Tottenham, Tottenham has started to spend a bit more money, and Tottenham had spent a lot of money to get to where they are. Not a lot of money, but enough money. So I think you're going to see them start to dominate the league. And I think the problem is Arsenal, they brought in Lacazette, great signing. They brought in Kolasinac, arguably a good signing, but they're still not focusing on the positions they need to sign. I think Arsenal spent money last year. They brought in Xhaka. I think that deal was to almost show us, oh, we're not afraid to spend money, right? He really isn't an Arsenal's calibre player, if we're honest. He's not doing it for Arsenal. I think they definitely need a centre back, and I think Virgil van Dijk, I would be surprised if they did this, but they need to go and splash out 70 million on Virgil van Dijk just to show that they're willing to do it. I think they don't realise that although they're spending money, they're not spending as much money as the other Premier League clubs around them, and that's why they're going to be behind. And it's a difficult thing. I think you've also got to think about it. The Arsenal players don't want to play for the club because they're not in the Champions League this year, and they've been. I'm sure in a lot of their contracts it's been promised to them that they will achieve Champions League glory. Arsene Wenger has delivered it on something like 19 seasons in a row? Don't quote me on that. It was a crazy amount of seasons in a row. So why wouldn't they got Champions League glory? They'll be disappointed they didn't do as well last year. And you can see that they weren't tracking back in the game against Liverpool, and that shows that they're not motivated. Sanchez is pretty much wanting to go. How they've left players in the contract situation that they have. Ozil and Sanchez and Ox have got 1 year left on their contract. That means they can go for free at the end of the year. What are they going to do when they go for free at the end of the year? You've got to think of it like that. It's not sensible, because I mean, it's not. If you think about it, every other club doesn't let the players get to this point. Apparently, the Ox turned down 180k per week at Arsenal, and I don't think that's because he doesn't want the money. I don't think that's because he wants more money. Sorry, I think it's for the fact that he knows that he's not going to win stuff at Arsenal at this current point. He's not really been. He's been shoved around everywhere. Really, he's been playing wing back, centre mid. They'll play him anywhere, and I think that's the problem that he's got. I think he needs to know that he'll be played in a certain position, a set position. I think he will play it right wing back at Arsenal, and I think he's like at Chelsea, sorry, and I think he's likely to play there. Or at Liverpool, he might play it right mid. I mean, you know, if he has better options, I couldn't see Ozil leaving right now. I mean, he might leave in the end of towards the end of the window because we've only got a few days left now. But I don't see where he would fit in at any club now. I think the problem is that Ozil is a very good cam, but he hasn't proved himself over the last year, really. I mean, Sanchez, you could say the winger could go anywhere. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if Barcelona don't get Coutinho. I could see him ending up going to Barcelona. Sanchez, I could honestly, because I think he's got a year left on his contract. And I mean, the fans saying that the Chelsea, the Oxlade-Chamberlain Chelsea deal isn't a good deal. When you think about it, it's 35 million now. I mean, at the end of the season, he'd have walked there for free. 35 million. I mean, to the club, that's a lot of money, and I mean to everyone, that's a lot of money. But I can see the fans saying, well, he's worth more than 35 million. But then he's only got 1 year on his contract. In 6 months, he can technically sign for Chelsea for free. And I think that's the problem that people have got. I think that if Ozil and Sanchez leave at the end of the year on a free, I think that will upset a lot of fans, and I think there will be a big row. And I can sort of see why. I don't know how they let it get to this point. I mean, realistically, you never see Aguero. I don't know. You would never see Aguero, Kante, Sterling. I was about to say Sturridge, but Mane left in this position. They would never be having a year left on the contract. If they did refuse to sign it, they'd have been out the door to make as much money as they could. Coutinho obviously hadn't been put out the door. Liverpool should have sold Coutinho ages ago for 130 million or whatever it is. That's a ridiculous amount of money. But anyway, so I hope you all enjoyed this quick topic video. Sort of just throwing my thoughts together. I will hopefully be doing more of these. If you like it, hit the like button. If you don't hit the like button, and feel free to subscribe. Oh, by the way, the Arsenal FM videos are coming back soon, and I'll have a channel update soon to explain what's going to be happening on the channel. So I'll see you there in just a little while. I'll see you next time. Bye.